As we all come together and dream about one day when the fighting ends, when we will all live in peace, we also ground ourselves in this one day that is today, opening our hearts to what's possible in this moment. So let's settle in, get comfortable wherever you are. Let's take some time to center ourselves, preparing ourselves to join together in a time of reflection and meditation. I invite you to bring your awareness into your physical self in whatever way feels right. You can close your eyes or soften your gaze. Place your feet on the ground if that's available. Drop your shoulders. Let your face soften. Take a deep breath in and let it out slowly. After such an intense week, let us practice stillness and quiet together just for a few moments, joining together in a silence that unites us across the distance, a silence that makes us one. Here we are, at the end of a week that felt like a century, a week of political anguish and waiting and waiting, and waves of relief and hope, and anguish still for all that is unresolved, all that is under threat. Here we are, in a week where the future feels cracked open in a place where it was sealed off just days ago. Here we are together in the huge collective sweep of history. And yet each of us woke up this morning again in the Groundhog Day of COVID life, with its restrictions that seem to ask us to stay small, stay separate, while cases climb and threaten jobs and lives and hugs are still dangerous. Here we are, together holding all of this, holding all the other pressures and joys of living, getting dinner on the table, getting the bills paid, grieving our losses, wrestling with our temptations, with our ego, with our addictions, with our avoidances, taking in joy, taking in beauty, taking in pleasure, navigating life as human beings with no idea what the future holds. What are we supposed to be doing with ourselves right now? How are we called forth in this hopeful and heartbreaking moment where we feel socially unified, socially divided, socially distanced? When so much is unclear, let us be clear about this. We are here on this earth to give love and receive love. Let this be our prayer. In intention and in deed, may we bring all that we are to the altar of love, surrendering ourselves in whatever way love may require of us. Let us bring all that we are to the altar of love, our whole selves, open-hearted, willing, awkward, ready to figure out how to love our neighbor in this time, how to love our family in this time, how to love those who voted differently from us, how to love those who are impacted by the election in ways that are different from how we were impacted, and how to offer love to ourselves, which we know enables us to love others. It enables the whole thing. And as we offer our love, let us accept whatever surrender love may require of us, surrendering our comfort so that someone else might breathe easier, surrendering our expectations to make room for transformation, surrendering our spaces to amplify voices that must be heard, surrendering our pride so that we can learn and grow our souls, surrendering our need for order and control because love is asking for a space to be messy and creative and connecting. Love wants to surprise us. We are here on this earth to give and receive love. And this morning, as a community, we lift up an offering of love to all those among us who are struggling and who are celebrating as the cycle of life turns for us all. Our healing wishes are with Alan Pearson as he receives extra care after a recent fall. We send care and support to the family of Alexandra Brodsky and Peter Semenchuk as they navigate complex and challenging circumstances. Our healing wishes are with the family of Margot and Tim Irvin as Tim recovers from COVID-19. Our hearts are with Chris and Diana Hutchinson, whose family lost two beloved cabins in the Cameron Peak fire. And this morning, we wish a happy birthday to Dan Defoe, who turns 60 years old today. Dan is living with terminal cancer, and he is grateful to have made it to this milestone birthday. And happy birthday to Kay Woolheiser, who celebrates the milestone birthday of turning 90 years old tomorrow. May love surround us and hold us all. Amen. And we transition now into our visual meditation, a meditation that scans our beloved community here in Northern Colorado. I want to invite all of us to bring to mind the everyday spaces and the people in our own lives as we watch this meditation, and ask ourselves, what would it look like to show up in our lives and offer ourselves fully at the altar of love? What would it mean to acknowledge all the things we cannot control and still surrender ourselves to love over and over again in the deepest and most powerful sense, even and especially in the most ordinary and familiar places?